Hi, and welcome to Scenario, your partner in mental wellness. Here on our channel, we share educational, insightful, and science-backed content to help you understand your mental health and take meaningful steps toward a more balanced life. If you're ready to learn, grow, and take control of your wellness journey, let's jump right in.
Serotonin supplements. You've almost certainly heard of them, right? Maybe you've even thought about trying them to kind of fine-tune your mood, get better sleep, or just feel more focused. But let's be honest, the whole world of supplements can be, well, pretty confusing. So today, we're going to cut through all that noise and break down what the science really has to say. So let's just start with a really simple question. Have you ever felt just off? Maybe it's a low feeling you can't quite shake, or you're feeling restless at night, or there's this brain fog that just makes it tough to concentrate. These feelings are super common, and they often point us toward the incredibly complex chemistry happening inside our own brains. And right at the heart of that whole conversation is a chemical called serotonin. Now, it's a key neurotransmitter. You can think of it like a messenger in your brain, and it plays a huge role in regulating your mood, your sleep cycles, your appetite, and even how you think and process information. It's a real multitasker for our mental well-being, that's for sure. When those serotonin levels get out of whack, the effects can be pretty noticeable. You might feel that lingering low mood or get irritable more easily. Or maybe you find your sleep is all over the place and your appetite has changed. Some people even notice it's harder to concentrate or remember things. It's a really clear picture of how this one little chemical can touch so many parts of our day-to-day lives. So, here's our game plan for this explainer. We're going to dive into why people even consider supplements. We'll put the most popular one, 5-HTP, under the microscope. Then we'll look at some crucial alternatives, weigh the real risks, and wrap it all up with a smart, safe way to think about all of this. All right, first up, why are so many people looking at supplements in the first place? Well, for a lot of us, it just feels like a more natural or, accessible first step. It's something to try before maybe exploring prescription medications. Let's dig into why that is. And you can totally see the appeal, right? Supplements are often seen as this perfect middle ground, a little more targeted than just diet and exercise, but maybe less intense than a pharmaceutical. People want a lifestyle-oriented approach, and when you combine that with the promise of better mood, sleep, and appetite, well, it becomes a really compelling option. Now, when we talk about serotonin supplements, there's one name that just dominates the conversation: 5-HTP. And to really get why, we have to take a quick look at how serotonin is actually made inside our bodies. The reason 5-HTP gets all this attention is honestly just simple biochemistry. 5-HTP, that's short for 5-hydroxytryptophan, is the direct chemical precursor to serotonin. Your body basically takes 5-HTP and in one simple step turns it into serotonin. It's that direct pathway that makes it such a huge focus for both researchers and for us, the consumers. So what's the potential upside here? Well, the range of possible benefits is pretty broad. While the studies can be a little mixed, they have pointed to potential improvements not just in mood, but also in sleep quality, appetite control, and even in how people perceive pain, especially for those with conditions like fibromyalgia. And this is a really, really crucial reality check. You have to manage your expectations. The research is crystal clear on this. Responses are highly variable. Not everyone is going to feel an effect, and for the people who do, the benefits are usually pretty modest. This is absolutely not a magic bullet. And that brings us to a critical point. Supplements are not the only game in town. In fact, they really should just be seen as one small piece of a much, much bigger wellness puzzle. A holistic approach is almost always the most effective. Things like vitamin D from sunlight, omega-3s from fish, we know those support our brain chemistry. Same goes for focusing on your gut, because believe it or not, a huge amount of our serotonin is made there. And of course, we can't forget the proven power of regular exercise. Other things like St. John's wort exist, but seriously, that one comes with some major warnings about drug interactions, so you have to be extremely cautious. Okay, now we have to talk about safety. Anytime you're introducing something to change your brain chemistry, I don't care if the label says natural, it is absolutely essential to understand the potential risks. So the risks kind of fall into two main buckets. On one side, you've got the more common, milder stuff like nausea or feeling drowsy. But on the other side, well, the concerns are way more serious. We're talking about dangerous drug interactions, the potential to throw other critical brain chemicals like dopamine out of balance, and a huge issue with inconsistent product quality. And this right here is the single most important safety message in this entire explainer. Never, ever mix a supplement like 5-HTP with prescription antidepressants like SSRIs or certain other medications. That combination can lead to a potentially life-threatening condition called serotonin syndrome. It's basically a toxic overload of serotonin that can cause agitation, a rapid heart rate, and can even be fatal. And beyond the drug interactions, there's another giant question mark: quality. The supplement industry, especially in the US, is notoriously underregulated. These products are often classified as foods, not drugs. And what that means for you is that there's no guarantee that the dose on the label is what's actually in the pill, or that it's even free from contaminants. So, with all these potential benefits and these very real risks in mind, what does a smart, safe approach actually look like? Well, it all comes down to a clear, methodical process. There are 4 essential steps. Number 1, and this is non-negotiable, talk to a healthcare professional first. 2, check the quality of any brand you're considering. Look for seals that show it's been tested by a third party. 3, if you and your doctor decide to go ahead, start with the absolute lowest dose possible to see how your body reacts. And finally, number 4, carefully track everything, your symptoms, any side effects, for at least a few weeks. This is all about being systematic and putting safety first. Ultimately, it all boils down to this. The goal isn't just to pop a pill and hope for the best. It's to carefully, thoughtfully balance the potential benefits against some very real safety and quality concerns. A supplement should only ever be one single component of a much bigger, more comprehensive health plan. And that leaves us with one final question to think about. Is the real goal here to find the best supplement, or is it to build a better, more resilient system for your well-being? A system that's built on good nutrition, exercise, and sleep, where supplements are only used as a targeted, safe, and well-researched tool. The choice really is about so much more than just what's in the bottle.
Thank you for watching Scenario. If this video helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. For personalized mental wellness supplements, visit scenario.com. See you in the next one.